My child, open your heart right now. Let hope flow like a refreshing river, washing away every doubt. Allow yourself to believe that I care for you more deeply than words can express. In every season of your life, I am with you. When times are peaceful and filled with joy, I celebrate your victories. When trials and sorrow come, I offer my shoulder for you to lean on. Nothing escapes my notice. I see every burden, collect every tear, and understand every unspoken pain, even in moments when you feel completely alone. Remember that I see your heart and know the story behind every sigh. I speak to you gently because I want you to rest in the assurance of my love. Even when storms rage around you, your soul can find peace in me. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe in the calm I am pouring into you. Let your fears fade, carried away by the knowledge that I am the one who formed you, the one who has guided you through every valley, and the one who has blessed you, even when you didn't realize it. Yes, you may see challenges around you, but I see beyond them. I see what happens when you trust me completely. Walls that seemed unscalable come crashing down. Chains that have held you back for years are broken, and doors that once seemed permanently shut swing wide open. I have authority over every hindrance, every sickness, and every obstacle. Let your heart be strong in that promise. I watch you as you go through your daily struggles, worrying about finances, health, relationships, and the future. I want you to know that you don't have to carry these burdens alone. You often feel like you must solve every problem immediately, or you fear that you're failing. But I, the creator of the universe, stand ready to bear your burdens. When you place your worries in my hands, you will find a freedom you never thought possible. Imagine a traveler struggling under a heavy load, exhausted and trembling, convinced he must keep going alone. Then, a friend arrives with a sturdy cart, offering to carry the weight so the traveler can walk upright and unburdened. My child, you are that traveler, and I am your friend. Will you let me carry your load? Open your heart to the reality that my blessings come in many forms. Sometimes they appear as a quiet moment where you sense my presence. Other times, they arrive as a breakthrough so undeniable that all who see it know it could only be my hand. Sometimes they come as a still, small voice, guiding you to act in faith rather than fear. I love moving in your life in ways both big and small, filling your soul with hope like a lamp shining in the darkness. When others wonder how you can keep smiling in the midst of trials, you will know the answer. My peace is a shield around your heart. I know every mistake you've made and every regret that lingers in your thoughts. I've seen you stumble and question your worth, but do not let your past define you. In my hands, you are shaped into something beautiful, a vessel overflowing with kindness, compassion, and hope. Think of a clay pot in the hands of a master potter. Even if it cracks or becomes misshapen, the potter can remold and refine it until it becomes a masterpiece. That is how I work in your life. I smooth out the rough edges, fill in the gaps, and polish every surface with care, not to shame or condemn you, but to show you your true worth. My love has no boundaries. Even if you feel unworthy, I see beyond a failure and call you my beloved. Believe that I restore all things in my perfect timing. Look at the example of seeds planted in the soil. A farmer waters them and waits. For days, nothing seems to happen. But beneath the surface, transformation is taking place. In the same way, You may feel like you're in a dark place, waiting for a breakthrough. Trust that I am working, preparing your life for something new to grow. I water you with my word, shine my light upon you, and at the appointed time, you will rise strong and renewed. I know how you long for your loved ones to see the change in you, to notice a brightness in your smile, a renewed energy in your steps. Yes, that is part of my plan. I want your life to reflect my goodness so that when others look at you, they will see the wondrous things I am doing in your heart. I will bring the right people at the right time to witness your testimony. I will restore relationships that seemed beyond repair. Nothing, not even years of estrangement, can stop what I have chosen to redeem. I will heal you, body and spirit. I will fill your home with warmth and purpose. As you receive my blessings, let your heart overflow with gratitude. Share your testimony so others may come to trust in my grace as well. I see the moments when you feel abandoned, convinced that everyone has turned away. In your darkest hour, you might believe no one is standing with you, but I want you to know I am there. Even if every door closes and every friend turns away, my presence remains. Even if your enemies rise like a flood to overwhelm you, I will raise a standard against them. If you walk through fire, you will not be burned, because I walk with you. If you wade through deep waters, you will not sink, because my hand holds you up. I have commanded angels to watch over you, fighting battles on your behalf. Battles you don't even realize are happening, so do not let fear consume you. I am the King of the universe, and I claim you as my own. Open your lips in prayer, even if the words come through tears. Speak to me when you wake, when you go about your day, and when you lie down at night. I'm always listening. You may worry that your prayers are not eloquent, but what matters to me is the sincerity of your heart. When you come to me honestly, I respond with compassion. Prayer is the door that connects your heart to mine. Through it, I pour out blessings, renew your spirit, and guide your steps. I have seen the love you have given to others, the sacrifices you've made, even when they were not returned. I know how that can hurt. You've been betrayed, misunderstood, and overlooked, but never believe that your kindness has gone unnoticed. I have seen every thoughtful act, every patient moment, every time you chose mercy over anger. Nothing is ever wasted when done with a humble heart. Stay faithful in love, not for rewards, but because you reflect my nature. As you continue sowing kindness, my favor will flourish in your life, and I will honor you before those who doubted you. Walk boldly into each new day. Do not dwell on past failures or missed opportunities. I hold the keys to new doors, and I will open them at the perfect time. Trust me, even if my timing differs from your expectations. Look at my servant Joseph, betrayed by his own brothers, enslaved, then imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. To the world, his situation seemed hopeless, but I was working behind the scenes, preparing him to rise to a place of great influence. In your life, too, I am arranging circumstances in ways you cannot yet see. You may feel trapped by disappointments, but nothing can stop the destiny I have planned for you. When adversity comes, remember, I place a shield around you. Some may not understand your faith. They may challenge, mock, or accuse you. But my word is more powerful than any opinion. My truth endures forever. Do not waste your energy worrying about those who do not stand with you. Instead, focus on my voice and the promises I have whispered into your spirit. Fix your eyes on my faithfulness, and you will stand firm on solid ground. The waves may rise high, but they will not sweep you away. The wind may roar, but it will not destroy you. I will turn the storms into opportunities for you to show the strength that comes from my presence in your life. I want you to forgive those who have hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean approving of their actions or pretending nothing happened. It means choosing to let go of the bitterness that would otherwise poison your soul. When you forgive, you align with my heart, because I am the God of mercy. I want to see you free, unburdened by resentment and anger. Some people may never apologize or understand the depth of pain they caused you. Even so, I want you to release the grudge, not just for their sake, but for yours. Carrying grudges is like walking around with heavy stones in your pockets. Give them to me and experience the freedom of a heart unchained. If forgiveness feels difficult, call on me. I will give you the grace and courage to let go. As you do, you will step into a new level of spiritual freedom and joy. Let me remind you how deeply I love you. My love is not just an emotion. It is my very nature. I love you in your weakness, in your uncertainty, in your weary moments. I love you in your delight, in your laughter, in your confident strides. My love is like a father holding a child's hand. Even if the child stumbles or wanders, the father's grip remains strong, always ready to guide them back to safety. That is how I hold you. I will not abandon you because of your mistakes. I will not turn away from you because you are still learning. Instead, I celebrate every step you take toward growth, faith, and closeness with me. If you ever doubt my love, look at the price I paid to show it. I gave myself for you so that you could live in freedom and know my heart intimately. That sacrifice was not in vain. It was for you. I see your longing for better days, for a breakthrough that silences your fears. Your heart whispers, "How long must I wait, Lord?" I hear that question. Look at me and trust that I know exactly when to act. Sometimes the waiting season is a time of preparation, just as the people of Israel spent time in the wilderness before entering the promised land. You too may go through a wilderness experience. The journey may feel long, but during that time, I shape your character, deepen your trust in me, and remove habits that could hinder you later. Then, when the right moment comes, you will step into your promise fully prepared. It is not punishment, it is preparation. Just as you wouldn't serve a raw meal to a guest, I will not give you an unprepared blessing. I complete my work thoroughly to ensure that what you receive truly blesses you and does not bring harm. I want to fill your mind with hope. If you catch yourself worrying about tomorrow, remember that I am already there. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I see time differently than you do. What seems impossible to you is effortless for me. What appears delayed is perfectly scheduled in my divine plan. You are my child under my care, and I will never leave you to face chaos without guidance. Even when difficulties arise, they will not destroy you. Through them, you will grow, learning to trust me more and more. Rest in the confidence that I go ahead of you, making the crooked path straight. When you feel weak and uncertain, come to me with everything on your heart. Speak openly about your doubts, your pain, and your struggles. I am not angry when you have questions. I welcome them. I can handle your honest cries. It is better for you to release your frustrations to me than to bury them until they turn into bitterness. If you need to cry, let your tears flow in my presence. Just as a child finds comfort in a parent's arms, you will find safety in mine. My spirit will calm your mind, soothe your heart, and remind you that you are cherished. I do not want you to live under the weight of shame or condemnation. The cross is proof of how far I have gone to remove the power of sin from your life. Step into that reality. Let forgiveness define you, not guilt. At the same time, I call you to stand boldly against the enemy of your soul. The adversary may try to whisper lies, that you are unlovable, beyond repair, or too broken to come to me. Reject those voices. Remember that I have redeemed you, called you my own, and clothed you in spiritual armor. I have given you the authority to resist darkness, to cast out fear, and to declare that you are free. Be as courageous as David when he faced Goliath. Though David seemed small in comparison to the giant, he knew my power was greater. You may face challenges that seem impossible, but I assure you, they are no match for my strength. The enemy trembles when you stand in faith because you remind him of my victory. Keep declaring my truth over your life, your home, your family, and your future. I delight in seeing your faith grow. Every time you choose to trust my word over your fears, you strengthen your faith, like a muscle that grows stronger through exercise. Even if at times you feel your faith is weak, do not be discouraged. The smallest spark of faith can move mountains, because I am the one who makes it possible. Think of how a tiny seed can break through stone over time. Your faith, no matter how small, is powerful in my hands. Nourish it with my word, protect it from negativity, and watch it grow into an unshakable confidence that I will never fail you. I have set you apart for a purpose. You were not created by accident, nor are you just the result of random events. You are my beloved, designed with intention and meaning. Walk boldly in the knowledge that I have called you, equipped you, and prepared you for the plans I have for you. I am with you always. I have a unique calling for your life, something only you can fulfill in the way I designed. I have placed within you a combination of gifts and passions. Some of them you may already recognize, while others are waiting to be discovered as you walk in faith. Trust that I will guide you into situations and relationships that reveal these gifts. Do not hide what I have given you. If you can sing, sing with joy. If you can teach, teach with clarity and compassion. If you can encourage, speak uplifting words at every opportunity. If you can show mercy, do so generously. There is a place in my kingdom for every gift, and I desire that you use yours to bless others and honor me. I want you to come to me in worship and adoration, not as a distant ruler, but as a loving Father who invites you to draw near. Offer me your praise in the quiet of your room, in the busyness of your day, or in the fellowship of others who love me. Worship is not confined to a building or a ceremony. It is the expression of your heart's gratitude and reverence. When you lift your voice or simply bow your head in sincere love, you invite my presence deeper into your life. In that place of worship, wounds begin to heal, worries start to fade, and your mind becomes clear. I speak to your spirit in those moments, revealing truths that guide and uplift you. I see you struggling at times, comparing yourself to others, my child, do not fall into that trap. I made you unique. There is no one else like you. You do not need to be like anyone else for me to delight in you. Comparison steals joy and invites discouragement. You may see others achieving milestones and wonder why it hasn't happened for you yet. But remember, your journey is distinct. I have set the perfect time and season for everything in your life. Instead of envying others, learn from them, rejoice with them, and keep your eyes on the path I have prepared for you. Embrace the individuality I have given you. I speak to you in many ways, through my written word, through the whisper of my spirit, through circumstances, and sometimes even through the wise words of others. Stay open and attentive. A shepherd calls out to his flock, and the sheep who know his voice follow him. In the same way, learn to recognize my voice amid the noise of the world. My words will always align with love, truth, and grace. They will bring life, not destruction, peace, not despair. By staying close to me, you will become more sensitive to the gentle guidance of my spirit. I know that life's struggles can make you question your worth or my faithfulness. Perhaps your finances are strained, your body feels weak, or your relationships are under pressure. But know this, I am the God who provides. Just as I cared for Elijah by sending ravens to bring him food, just as I multiplied bread and fish to feed the hungry, I am able to meet your needs in creative and surprising ways. You are not overlooked. I see every necessity, and I can open doors you never even knew existed. Trust my timing and direction. Do not measure my love for you by your current circumstances. Instead, measure it by the cross and the empty tomb, proof that my love has no limits. I call you to be courageous. There will be times when you must stand firm in my word, even when it goes against popular opinion or the easy path. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward despite fear, trusting in me rather than in your ability to control the outcome. Remember my servant Daniel, who faced a den of lions rather than deny me. His faith was rewarded, and I shut the mouths of those lions. In your life, you will face challenges, threats, and criticisms. Trust that I can silence them. Your job is to remain steadfast, standing on truth, and keeping love at the forefront of your heart. I am working in the hearts of those around you, even if you cannot see it. There may be family members or friends who seem distant from faith, caught in destructive patterns or indifferent to spiritual matters. Do not give up on praying for them. My spirit can touch hearts in an instant. I can bring conviction, peace, and transformation in ways beyond your understanding. Keep sowing seeds of kindness. Keep reflecting my character in your actions, and keep interceding for them. It may take time, but know that your prayers do not go unnoticed. They rise before me, and I treasure each one. Take a moment to reflect on your life, how far you have come, the battles you have fought, and the lessons you have learned. See the evidence of my presence throughout your journey. At times when you felt alone, I was working behind the scenes. When you were most vulnerable, I shielded you from greater harm. When you thought all hope was lost, I breathed new possibility into your life. This is not coincidence. It is my hand, orchestrating everything for your good. Every chapter of your life builds upon the last, weaving a story of redemption, growth, and renewed hope. I am the author of your faith, and I delight in writing unexpected twists of grace and mercy. Now, let me speak to the dream in your heart, the one you hesitate to share, the one that sometimes feels too big or too risky. I placed that dream within you for a reason. Not every desire comes from me, but if this longing aligns with my will and blesses others, do not be afraid to pursue it. Yes, challenges may arise, but I will equip you. If this is the path I have set for you, step forward in faith, and I will guide you step by step, opening doors and providing resources. Trust that I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I also want you to remember to rest. Sometimes you fill your schedule to the brim, rushing from one task to the next, feeling overwhelmed and drained. But I designed you to need times of refreshing. Even I, the Almighty, rested on the seventh day after creation. Rest is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe I can handle your worries while you pause to recharge. Whether you rest physically by taking a break from work, or spiritually by spending quiet time in my presence, learn the rhythm of grace, working diligently when needed, and then stepping back to be renewed in my arms. As you rest, you will find clarity for the path ahead and renewed energy for your journey. See yourself through my eyes. Instead of focusing on your flaws or the criticism of others, focus on my voice, the one that calls you beloved, chosen, and precious. The enemy tries to distort your perception, making you believe you are unworthy or too broken to be used by me. But nothing could be further from the truth. I make beauty from ashes. I create new beginnings where others see only endings. Embrace your identity as my child, as someone who carries a light that can brighten even the darkest places. The more you accept this truth, the more boldly you can walk in the destiny I have set before you. Let me also speak to your relationships. Love others as I have loved you, even when they test your patience. Offer kindness and understanding, for you do not know the battles they face. I want your home to be a place of peace, where my presence reigns, where words are used to build up rather than tear down. Let your conversations be full of grace. Practice patience and empathy with those you love. In conflict, seek resolution, not division. Let love be your guiding force. I am with you, always. Trust me, walk in faith, and never forget, you are deeply loved. Be quick to forgive and quick to listen. Ask me for wisdom when you face misunderstandings, and I will give it freely. I desire families to be united in love, friendships that strengthen each other in faith, and communities that shine as beacons of hope. If storms arise in your relationships, if old wounds or betrayals have created walls between you and others, trust that I can mend what is broken. Healing may require vulnerability, honesty, and repentance, but my grace is sufficient. Do not give in to despair. You are not destined for permanent division or heartbreak. I can turn even the most painful circumstances into testimonies of reconciliation. My heart longs for families to heal and friendships to be restored. Though the process may take time, I will guide you every step of the way. If you rely on me, seek counsel from those who walk with me. Pray for direction and watch as I bring hope out of the ashes of hurt. I also speak to you about generosity. A heart that trusts me has no need to cling to resources out of fear. Give to those in need, bless those who are hurting, and do so with a cheerful heart. I am your provider, and you do not have to fear lack. When you act in compassion, know that you cannot outgive me. The more you release in faith, the more I will ensure that you are supplied. Generosity is a reflection of my own nature. I have always given abundantly: life, love, forgiveness, and an eternal inheritance. As you practice generosity, your heart will expand, your perspective will widen, and the fruit of joy will multiply in your life. I see the thoughts that weigh heavily on you in the silence of the night. You question your purpose, your path, and your ability to overcome the obstacles before you. Let me remind you, from the moment you came into existence, I already had a plan for your life. I wove into your being the potential to rise above challenges, to grow in faith, and to make a difference in this world. It's easy to get lost in daily routines and lose sight of your destiny, but I assure you, my plan stands firm. No matter how many detours or delays you have faced, I can still bring you to the place I have prepared for you. Keep pressing on, guided by my word and my spirit. My blessings often unfold progressively. One season, you may see small breakthroughs and wonder if you are on the right path. In another, you will witness even greater miracles, more open doors, and a deeper sense of my presence. It is like climbing a mountain. Each step takes you higher, though the scenery changes gradually. Trust the process. Celebrate even the small victories along the way, and thank me for every sign of growth and every answered prayer. Gratitude keeps your heart open, making space for even greater blessings. I speak to that part of you that feels misunderstood. Sometimes it may seem like no one truly sees what is happening inside your heart. You may hide your feelings, believing no one can comprehend your struggles. But I see it all. The tears behind your smile, the worries beneath your courageous front. And not only do I see, but I understand. I created you with your unique emotions and perspective. I know you better than you know yourself. If others fail to grasp the depth of your pain or your dreams, do not be discouraged. Keep bringing your heart to me. I cherish the chance to hold you, to reassure you, and to show you that in my eyes, you are fully known and fully loved. I will lead you in the path of wisdom. When you are uncertain about what decision to make, ask me. I do not hide my counsel from you, nor do I want you wandering without direction. Sometimes my answer comes swiftly and clearly. Other times, I let you move forward step by step, growing in discernment as you learn to trust me in the daily walk. Either way, you are not alone. I am the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. When you invite my wisdom into your decision-making, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding. You may even discover that my guidance leads you to unexpected opportunities beyond anything you had planned. Guard your thoughts carefully. Negative thoughts can become strongholds if you dwell on them day after day, planting seeds of doubt, bitterness, fear, and insecurity. Instead, fill your mind with my promises, with stories of faith, and with my eternal truths. The world will try to bombard you with messages of hopelessness and cynicism, but I urge you to protect your heart and mind. Meditate on my words so that you stand firm, like a tree planted by streams of water, whose leaves do not wither and who prospers in every season. Even if the land around you appears dry, I will be your source of nourishment. You will flourish if you remain rooted in me. And remember this, Miracles still happen. They did not end in ancient times. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I still heal the sick, restore sight to the blind, mend broken hearts, and calm raging storms. When you call upon me in faith, expect me to move. The timing and manner of my intervention may not always align with your expectations, but never doubt my power or my willingness to show compassion. Do not let the disappointment of a delayed answer weaken your faith in my ability to work wonders. Trust that I am moving beyond what you can see, orchestrating the perfect moment to reveal my glory. I stand as your protector. The enemy may try to strike fear in your heart through various circumstances. But remember my promise. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Cling to that assurance. Even if harmful words are spoken against you, even if doctors give a grim diagnosis, even if financial challenges loom, declare with confidence that I am your refuge. I will protect you from what seeks to harm you. If you encounter heartbreak or loss, I will heal you. If you are wronged, I will vindicate you. Never give up in hopelessness. Remember the words of my son. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. That victory is your inheritance. You are entering a season of forward movement, a time of seeing my hand more clearly, of recognizing the doors that open before you. You may feel a stirring in your spirit, sensing that change is coming. Embrace it. Do not fear stepping out of your comfort zone. Too often, fear of the unknown keeps you stagnant. Believe that I have already prepared every resource you need, people who will help you, opportunities that will challenge and grow you, and a fresh anointing to accomplish the tasks I set before you. Walk into this season with joy and expectancy, knowing that I, the Lord of all, go before you. Keep your heart tender. This world can be cruel, and you may be tempted to build walls around your emotions to avoid pain, but walls also keep you from truly experiencing love and connection. Allow me to protect you while keeping your heart open. Pray for discernment so you know whom to trust, but do not become so guarded that you miss the chance to share your gifts and compassion. I created your heart to be vulnerable in healthy ways, to give and receive love. Vulnerability, when guided by my spirit, leads to the richest, most authentic relationships. I wish to speak to you about humility. You are destined for great things, but remember that in my kingdom, promotion comes through a humble and teachable spirit. Do not seek power or recognition for their own sake. Seek to serve rather than be served. Look to the example of my Son, who humbled himself even unto death on a cross for the sake of many. True greatness in my eyes is measured by how well you love and serve others. If I elevate you in position or influence, remain mindful that it is for my glory, not your own. Use any platform I give you to shine light on my goodness, to lift others up, and to reflect my humility. I know the nights you lie awake, wondering if your dreams are too big, your problems too complex, or your mistakes too irreversible. Let me assure you, I am the God who parted the Red Sea, who brought water from a rock in the desert, who caused walls to crumble with the sound of praise. Your situation is not beyond my power. I have resurrected the dead, both physically and spiritually. I can resurrect dead dreams, failing health, broken relationships, and a weary soul. Trust me, and you will see that no detail is too small or too large for my concern. Spread kindness wherever you go. Let your words be seasoned with grace. Be attentive to opportunities where you can show my love in a practical way. A comforting hug for someone grieving, a meal for a neighbor in need, a heartfelt prayer for a struggling friend. These acts of kindness might seem small, but they carry great weight in my kingdom. Seeds of compassion grow into a harvest of changed lives. You may never fully know how one kind act ripples through someone else's life, stirring them to hope, to reevaluate their choices, or to approach me for the first time. Your testimony matters. Do not shy away from sharing how I have moved in your life. There are people who need to hear your story, to see that I am real and active today. Share about the times I brought you out of darkness, the moments I answered a prayer when you felt utterly lost. By doing so, you shine a light for others who are fumbling in the same shadows you once knew. Your testimony, no matter how simple or dramatic, is powerful because it points back to me. It is living proof that I transform hearts and restore hope. I know that your faith journey feels like a constant up and down. One day, your faith is strong. The next, you struggle with doubt. One moment, you stand boldly. The next, you are shaken by fear. Understand that growth is rarely a straight line upward. What matters is that you keep returning to me. Think of Peter, who walked on water at my command, but then sank when he took his eyes off me. Yet, even as he sank, he called out, and I reached down to save him. When you realize you are slipping, do not hesitate to call my name. I will rescue you. I will set your feet back on solid ground. Do not be anxious about the future. I hold it in my hands. Yes, the world is full of turmoil, but my kingdom is unshakable. Yes, circumstances can change in an instant, but my character never changes. My sovereignty covers every chapter of history, and it certainly covers your life. When you feel unsettled by the chaos of the world, remember, I am the same God who calmed the storm with a single command. Keep your heart aligned with me, and you will navigate this world with a peace that surpasses understanding. I call you to stand on my promises. They are not empty words, but living truths that have sustained my people for generations. I promise to be with you always, to give you rest, to fight for you, to fill you with my spirit, to bless you, and make you a blessing to others. These promises are your inheritance. When doubts come, speak them aloud. Let them dwell in your mind and heart. They are anchors in the storm, lamps in the darkness, and hope in despair. As you stand on these promises, you will become immovable, steadfast, and bold. Remain thankful. Gratitude unlocks many doors. By giving thanks, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. You remember my past faithfulness and gain confidence for the future. Even in trials, find reasons to be thankful, for I work all things for good. A thankful heart transforms your attitude, your relationships, and your prayer life. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Spiritual maturity, healing, restoration. None of these are instant. I do not demand perfection overnight. What I desire is a willing heart, one that strives, learns from mistakes, and keeps turning back to me for guidance. Let my grace fill every corner of your soul, so you are no longer burdened by unrealistic expectations or crippling self-criticism. You are becoming who I intended you to be, one step at a time. I am pouring out a fresh anointing upon you. an anointing that breaks yokes and brings you deeper into my presence. Receive it by faith. It will bring healing, restore relationships, and give you courage to speak words of hope. Steward it well and do not take it lightly. I see the dreams that have lain dormant, gathering dust. You wonder if they can ever be revived. Let my spirit breathe life into them again. If they align with my purpose, no amount of time can extinguish them. Keep praying, keep believing, and be ready to step into the opportunities I place before you. Know that I am not distant. I hear every prayer, see every struggle, and rejoice in every victory. You can call upon me at any hour. I neither slumber nor sleep. You are the apple of my eye, and I take great delight in you. When I correct you, it is out of love, shaping you into the masterpiece I created you to be. I want you to envision this. When I comfort you, it's like the tender embrace of a father, longing to hold his child close. Never doubt the depth of my love and commitment to you. I delight in surprising you with my goodness. Don't limit me to human expectations. Expect the unexpected, and rejoice when I move in ways that defy the natural order. I see how even the smallest act of obedience can lead to a miracle. A simple offering in my hands becomes a feast that nourishes thousands. Stay alert to these divine surprises. Some days, it might be a word from a stranger that confirms the very thing you prayed for last night. Other days, it could be a sudden release from something that has held you captive, or a door opening that you never thought possible. Let your spirit rejoice when you see my blessings, for they are the evidence that I am actively at work in your life. I remind you, your faith journey doesn't just impact you, it influences generations. Your children, grandchildren, neighbors, and friends are watching. They see how you handle adversity, how you celebrate blessings, and how you speak of me. Your faith could be the catalyst that leads them to trust in me as well. That's a high calling. So stand firm in the knowledge that your faith isn't just for you. It's a legacy that will continue long after you've stepped into eternity with me. The seeds of your faith will continue to grow in others. Let this inspire you to remain steadfast and hopeful. You might wonder if it's selfish to pray for yourself, but know that I delight when you bring your personal needs before me. Yes, intercede for others, but don't forget to ask for my hand in your own life. As you depend on me, you learn humility and grace. You begin to see that every success comes from my favor, not just your own efforts. So, my dear child, continue to pray for your health, your dreams, your finances, your mental well-being, your relationships. I care deeply about every part of you. Remember the parable of the prodigal son. When he returned home full of guilt and shame, his father ran to meet him, clothed him in the best robe, and threw a celebration. That's my heart for every person who turns back to me, no matter how far they've strayed. If you ever feel you've wandered off the path, don't let shame or pride stop you from coming home. I will greet you with open arms, ready to celebrate your return. I will clothe you in garments of salvation and place a ring on your finger to mark your place in my family. Our fellowship will be restored and joy will overflow. As I speak these words of love and assurance, I want them to sink deep into your spirit. Embrace them as truth. Let them challenge the doubts that have tried to take root in your mind. Let them bring healing to old wounds you thought would never close. Let them awaken new motivation to pursue the calling I've set before you. My words are alive, They are seeds that will grow and bear fruit in your life if you nurture them through faith and obedience. I am the God who sees you in your private struggles. I see the tears you hide from the world, and I know the confusion you face. Yet I tell you, you are not alone. My hand of comfort rests on your shoulder. My strength supports you, and my spirit dwells within you. Together we will walk this path. You will overcome. You will be renewed. You will be a testimony to my enduring faithfulness and kindness. Stand with confidence, beloved, for you are a child of the Almighty, covered by grace and led by divine purpose. Even the mountains must bow to my command. How much more will I move to rescue and bless the one I love? My final words to you in this moment are words of triumph and hope. Never forget, you are loved. Never doubt that my promises stand firm forever. Never doubt that my spirit empowers you. Never lose sight of the abundant life I have for you. Remind yourself daily of these truths. Let your heart rejoice in the wonder of being chosen, forgiven, and cherished. Live in the victory I won for you on the cross. Lift your head high. Let your heart sing with gratitude, and know that your story is far from over. The best is yet to come. My child, I invite you to join your faith with my words. Let them guide you every step of the way. Let them shape your thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Let them fill your dreams and energize your prayers. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and you will see my glory manifest in your life. I am always with you. I do not change. I hold you close. You are mine, and I am yours. Trust me, love me, seek me, and watch as I shower you with blessings that overflow. I will be your strength in weakness, your hope in darkness, your joy in sorrow, and your victory in battle. You will never walk alone, for I am the good shepherd who leads you to green pastures and still waters. Rest in my arms. Breathe deeply of my peace. Rejoice in my love that knows no end. Believe these words. Embrace them. Let them come alive in your daily walk. Now, my beloved, move forward in faith. Your life is about to become a great testimony of what I can do when a heart is fully surrendered to me. I am your God, your Father, your friend, your refuge, your provider. I am the fountain of life, the source of wisdom, and the beginning of all hope. I will complete the good work I've started in you. I love you eternally and unconditionally. I bless you now with my never-ending favor and grace. If these words have stirred something in your heart and you believe they are for you, I invite you to share this blessing with others who need to feel my love. And if you want to continue hearing words of faith and encouragement, make sure to subscribe to this channel, where my messages of hope will continue to touch your life. I love you, and I will always be with you. Keep trusting, keep believing, and never forget, I am your God, and you are my precious child. Amen.